Right now, UW students take to the streets in protest after another student posted a racist video on social media. What they want from UW-Madison leadership.
Marcus is a cold-blooded killer and a menace to society, and I don't think he would hesitate to kill again.
Also, former Wisconsin Badger Marcus Randall L. sentenced in court today. Hear what the victim's family members and Randall L.'s family had to say. And
later, as Verona continues to see strong growth due to Epic and other factors, how the city is pushing to create more housing. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice!
Students protesting on the UW campus. They want university leaders to take more action after a racist video went viral on campus.
Leaders say they couldn't expel the woman behind the offensive rant as a matter of policy. But for many black students on campus, they say it's a matter of safety. Tahlil Mohideen joins us with more.
Student protesters say they find the university's words of support lacking and insincere. What they want instead is disciplinary action. Taking to the streets. These roughly 250 UW students say they need more action from UW leaders.
We wanted to directly speak to her.
Before starting their march around campus, they took to Bascom Hall.
We just sat there until she got there,
hoping to convince UW Chancellor Jennifer Mnuchin to expel the woman shown in a viral video, repeatedly yelling racial slurs and glorifying slavery.
I literally hate all of them. I'm gonna make them pick in the fields.
But not liking what Mnuchin had to say,
it went absolutely nowhere.
Their quiet demonstration turned protest.
No justice! No peace!
In a statement to News 3, university officials maintain they don't have the power to expel the student, but they are gathering additional information to determine whether their student code of conduct was violated. They said UW strongly and unequivocally condemns the racist slurs and sentiments expressed in the video and acknowledges and recognizes the pain that this disturbing, hateful video has caused. They also encourage affected students to take advantage of mental health support on campus.
We don't want it. Like, that's not the big issue at hand. The big issue is making a statement, removing her off this campus, because not removing her is saying that it's okay to say these things to us.
Student protesters today said they want to see UW take a zero-tolerance approach to hate speech, remove the alleged student from the university, and provide more space for black students on campus.
A former Wisconsin football player will spend the rest of his life in prison, but will have the chance to eventually ask for early release. A judge gave Marcus Randall L. 2 life sentences today for the 2020 murders of Brittany McAdory and Sierra Winchester in Janesville. Today in court, friends and family of the 2 victims of the double homicide shared why they believe Marcus Randall L. should be behind bars, while his family pleaded with the court to give him extended supervision.
I have never hated anyone in my entire life, but I can say I truly hate Marcus for what he has done and for what he so selfishly has taken from all of us. And I hope there is a special place in hell for someone like you.
The person who made that decision years ago is not the guy I know, the guy I grew up with. So I'm just asking you to have mercy.
Randall L.'s consecutive sentence means he'll be eligible for extended supervision after 60 years.
To Fitchburg now, where police are investigating gunshots that led to a single bullet hitting 3 separate apartments. Happened last night in the 3300 block of Leopold Way. All 3 apartments had people inside at the time when that bullet passed through. No one was injured. Anyone who has information on who may have fired the shots is asked to call Fitchburg Police or Madison area Crime Stoppers. A man is charged with drunk driving after slamming into a restaurant twice. Video shows the SUV inside a Subway in Waterford, that's in Racine County. Driver backs up into the parking lot, then, well, there you see it, floors it, goes right back in the restaurant. Police say the 75-year-old driver admitted to drinking alcohol just before that incident. Fortunately, no one was hurt.
Let's check the first warn forecast now with Julian C. Wright.
Well, it feels just amazing out still as we're getting into the 6 o'clock hour, and for the rest of this evening, temperatures themselves are going to be rather pleasant. Taking a look at current temperatures right now, 60 degrees in Madison, 63 for Janesville and for Platteville alike. And as we zoom in around Dane County, many of us are into those lower 60s, still have some sunshine, bit of some cloud cover, but overall a pretty picture-perfect type of evening for us as we are into our Wednesday. Looking ahead, we will start to see those temperatures slowly start to fall into the 50s as we get closer to tonight. Now, as we start to see cloud cover start to clear up, temperatures will fall near 40 degrees for us here in Madison, and much of southern Wisconsin will be into the lower 40s or even the upper 30s for Janesville, but it's not going to be nearly as cold as it has been over the last couple of nights. Heading into tomorrow is the start of something we haven't seen in quite a while. 70-degree temperatures for tomorrow is going to be our forecasted high. Partly sunny skies will be mild. We'll start to see that cloud cover building as we get into our Thursday evening and nighttime with some shower activity that could linger into our Friday morning as well. It's one thing we're going to be planning out and watching for in the days ahead, but we'll be breaking that down for you in a few moments. Until then, back to you guys.
Julian, thank you. An update now on that train derailment that happened last week in Crawford County along the Mississippi River. The tracks are now back open, but Highway 35 will remain closed until the DOT approves the road is safe to use. The derailment involved 2 of the train's 3 locomotives. 20 cars carrying a variety of freight were involved, 2 of which ended up in the Mississippi. 4 railway employees had minor injuries. Still unclear what caused it, but the Federal Rail Administration is now investigating.
In Grant County, a Bagley man is dead after falling out of a boat in the Mississippi River. 68-year-old Michael Kuhn was found floating in the water near Lakes Campground Monday. Witnesses reported seeing him swimming after his boat and struggling to keep up as it floated away. They tried to canoe out to him, but he was found unconscious. Kuhn was taken to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead. Officials say he was not wearing a life jacket.
Over the past 2 years, the Madison metropolitan population has grown by 2.62%. That growth continuing to create a housing shortage, not only in the city of Madison, but also out in the suburbs.
In Verona, new construction is designed to help offset that. Kyle Pozorski joins us now with details on those new developments. Kyle?
Well, for Verona residents, it is hard to believe that what used to be single-story businesses along West Verona Ave have become large multi-level commercial and residential complexes. I spoke with Verona's mayor today about how this change is bringing more residents to the city.
If supply doesn't keep up with demand, prices are going to go crazy.
Verona is growing. That's clear from these 4 new apartment complexes west of the Madison suburbs downtown.
Our problem is that Verona's a really nice place to live and people want to live here.
Luke Diaz is the mayor of Verona. He says that the past decade of population growth in the Madison metro has created high demand for rentals. In Verona, software company Epic, the city's largest employer, plans to create 1,700 new jobs. Diaz says this will create even more demand on top of what they've already seen.
So my attitude has always been, if you're good enough to work in Verona, you're good enough to live in Verona.
One of the newest complexes to go up is Schoolhouse Yards, developed by the Alexander Company. Their company president tells me the workforce housing created by the development was needed even before the latest jobs announcement.
So this is the first workforce housing development in Verona in roughly 30 years. These are very successful, really, really needed, challenging to get done, but it's something that is rewarding.
Across Wisconsin, the National Low Income Housing Coalition estimates there are 35 affordable and available homes per 100 Wisconsin households in need. Diaz says that more projects like Schoolhouse Yards are needed as Verona's cost of living continues to climb.
It's a good problem to have, but it does have challenges.
Construction is continuing to happen every day on the sites. All 4 are expected to be completed by the end of this year.
Kyle, thank you. Meanwhile, a Milwaukee suburb hoping to send a message to state lawmakers regarding hair discrimination. The Wauwatosa Common Council passed a resolution in support of the Crown Act. Crown is an acronym for Creating a Respectful and Open World for Natural Hair. Wauwatosa Alderman Sean Lowe wants to eliminate hair discrimination that has been seen in workplaces, clubs, and private schools, often targeting styles worn by black women and children.
Wisconsin's fallen behind because of lack of understanding and knowledge. And if it is white lawmakers, that it may not affect their children.
20 states, including Illinois and Minnesota, have passed legislation similar to the Crown Act banning race-based hair discrimination. The city of Milwaukee passed a similar ordinance banning hair discrimination back in 2021. The Crown Act is also being considered at a federal level. The U.S. House of Representatives passed in March of last year.
Coming up, the newly elected president for Beloit College speaks to students and staff.
Plus, the annual State of the Lakes report is released, how Mother Nature helped play a role in clearing up the lakes a bit. That story next at 6.
Everybody wants a whiter smile because having white teeth projects self-care, confidence, and attractiveness. Whether you're on the dating scene, interviewing for a new job, or simply looking to improve your smile, what you need is Power Swabs. Power Swabs is as easy as snap, swab, and smile. You'll notice 2 shades whiter teeth in 5 minutes and 6 shades in 7 days.
The thing I love about Power Swabs is the convenience. I mean, just you break it open, just rub it on your teeth, just like you're brushing your teeth, let it sit there for a little bit, and you're done.
So I noticed I have a lot more stains on the sides right here. So with the Power Swab, I was able to go in there and really make sure that I was getting that coverage, and it really did work.
Just snap the stain out swab to remove stains from natural teeth as well as caps, crowns, and veneers. Then snap the whitening swab to whiten your teeth 6 shades in 7 days. Finally, smile and show off your pearly whites.
It's 5 minutes in the morning and I'm out the door, and it's amazing. It's a week's worth of 5 minutes a day, and I couldn't be happier with the results.
With Power Swabs, there's no messy strips, trays, or lights that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Whether you smoke or drink coffee, tea, or wine, Power Swabs is sure to lift those stains with 0 to minimal sensitivity. Just a simple 5-minute application, and each day you'll be 1 step closer to smiling with confidence.
Having shades lighter on my teeth in such a short period of time, it almost feels like cheating, to be honest with you, and it tickles me that you can get those kind of results in that short a time period.
Try Power Swabs this Mother's Day and get 50% off your order and free shipping. Plus, get a free Quick Stick pen to remove those coffee, wine, or smoking stains on the go. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Well, for the first time since he was selected, Beloit College's new president addressed staff and students today. Yesterday, the college announced Dr. Eric Boynton, its current provost, will take over for retiring President Scott Bierman after Bierman retires later this year. In his address, Dr. Boynton expressed gratitude for being chosen to lead the institution.
I believe in the future of this institution. I have seen the resilience, dedication, the kindness of our staff, our faculty, our students. And I also know that behind us are alumni who care deeply for this place.
He's set to take over as the president of Beloit College on July 1st.
The Clean Lakes Alliance says luck from Mother Nature helped produce the clearest water in years. That is according to the latest State of the Lakes report. It looks at the phosphorus reduction efforts through last year. Phosphorus is the root cause of algae. Just 1 pound of phosphorus is capable of producing 500 pounds of algae. Thanks to a slow spring melt and fewer spring and summer rain events, phosphorus runoff to the lakes was down last year.
The really good news is that there's more and more investment going on to protect our lakes every year. And what that has happened is actually now a gallon of water entering Lake Mendota has less phosphorus concentration in it. That is awesome because that means what we're doing is working.
While these efforts are working, the United States Geological Survey says a changing climate is delivering more water through more intense rainstorms on an annual basis, which means more phosphorus is actually reaching the lakes.
When we come back, doctors are calling on people to be extra vigilant when it comes to ticks this season as they see an increase in Lyme disease.
Also, students in Sun Prairie will soon have a new kind of support system when it comes to mental health. Learn more about the program that's expanding there.
When temperatures continue to rise, but we could see some rain by the end of the work week. Julian's back with his complete forecast after a break.
Are record high energy and water costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive. While you may not ask for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm, Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to be without heat, water, or power. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.heat.help.
Did you leave the lights on?
No.
What the?
I'll go check it out.
I'm not a raccoon whisperer, but I can help you upgrade all this.
With free installation on Felco windows, siding, doors, and roofing, plus no money down and no interest for 1 year. There's never been a better time to upgrade your home.
This offer ends soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Felco.
It's Hy-Vee's Super Snack Sale. 1 day only this Thursday. Frito-Lay party-size snacks, just $2.99. Chips Ahoy, just $1.88. YoPlay yogurt, 3 for just $1. Cheez-It crackers, just $1.99. Pringles, just $1.48. And Little Debbie Family Pack snacks, 3 for only $5. Don't miss the Super Snack Sale. 1 day only this Thursday, and only at Hy-Vee.
It's patio season at Steinhafels. During our Outdoor Oasis event, take 10% off all patio furniture. Plus, with any purchase of $49.99 or more, you'll get a Yeti cooler. And you can take advantage of Steinhafels' 72-month financing to make your purchase even easier. We have something for every style and every budget. Create your outdoor oasis in-store and online at steinhafels.com. Relax, it's Steinhafels.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Children in Sun Prairie schools will soon have a whole new support system ready for them. Dane County's Building Bridges program is expanding into the district. Andrew Banstra has the story.
I can honestly say, of all the years I've been in public office, I have never had a program in which I have never heard one complaint about.
Building Bridges is the exception. Spanning 10 years in 10 school districts, the program partners with Catholic Charities to put mental health specialists in schools. It's a 90-day program that tackles mental illness with students and their families, setting them up for future success.
I picture an enormous ripple caused by their good work connecting students with long-term mental health services, as well as strengthening the toolkit of parents and school staff who care for children facing mental health challenges.
Dane County's most recent youth assessment says that 1 in 5 7th and 8th graders have contemplated suicide. Giving those students or anyone facing mental illness a resource for support can alter the path of that child's life. And that's exactly what one family said of the program.
I have worked with many people and many organizations to support my children over the years, and this experience has been the biggest blessing to date.
When most Americans of all ages struggle to find mental health resources, thanks to Building Bridges, those resources are right down the hall in Dane County. This year alone, the program has been in 100 Dane County schools. In its 10 years, Building Bridges has helped over 1,900 students and families.
The quality and nature of this partnership means our student services staff can focus on supporting students while they're in school.
Andrew Banser reporting. Next year, the program will expand to 30 staff members while moving into Sun Prairie and more schools in the Madison area.
State Republicans are working on a bill that would allow state regulators to enforce federal price transparency regulations on hospitals. The legislation would require Wisconsin hospitals to post online standard costs for at least 300 services that can be scheduled in advance. Violators would face DHS fines ranging from $600 to $10,000 per day, depending on the hospital size. The authors of the bill say it would help create competition in the healthcare industry, leading to lower prices.
As temperatures warm back up, doctors want to raise awareness about Lyme disease as tick season gets underway. According to DHS, cases of the disease have more than doubled in Wisconsin over the past 15 years. In 2021 alone, there were nearly 5,000 reported cases of Lyme disease statewide. Anyone can contract it, but children 5 to 9 are most at risk because of their weaker immune systems. Initial symptoms range from a rash at the bite site to flu-like symptoms, including chills, headache, fatigue, and more. If you find a tick bite, you should call your healthcare provider right away. Calm and cool today, but then things will warm back up. Julian's back. Your complete forecast. Julian?
That's right. But at least for the evening hours, it's not too bad to take a nice little stroll or have the dog out for today. Getting into the 3 things we'll need to know, looking at the days ahead, 60s, even 70-degree temperatures are going to be the trend for us here in southern Wisconsin. And as we get even closer to the end of the work week, we do have some shower opportunities. Maybe even a little thunderstorm might spawn, but overall, things are going to stay rather dry throughout much of southern Wisconsin until we get into about next week where things get a bit more unsettled. Let's go ahead and take a look at our surface map as of right now. We're still dealing with an omega block, and now it is not necessarily depicted on this scene as of right now. What it really is that it's stopping in any kind of flow from the systems over towards the west, making its way to the east, which has kept things rather dry and also has been influencing cooler and more windy weather for us here in the upper Midwest as the jet stream has continued to flow into that cooler air for us in the upper Midwest. But that's looking to start to dissipate as we get into the next couple of days, which is good news because that means that we're going to see temperatures really start to climb here in southern Wisconsin. Tonight, it'll be 40 degrees, not going to be nearly as cold as it has been over the last couple of days. And then planning out tomorrow, heading out the door, light jacket instead, that heavy coat, and then 70s. You're not even going to need the jacket getting into the afternoon. It's going to feel wonderful. So do yourself a favor and just get outside and enjoy tomorrow because we are going to be seeing sunshine, 70s throughout much of southern Wisconsin. Is going to feel a lot like spring. Now, planning out what we're going to be seeing from our future track. The cloud cover is going to break up as we get into tonight. Temperatures will fall to the lower 40s. Heading into around 7 o'clock, heading out the door, we're going to be into those middle 40s. And around lunchtime, the 60s are already going to be here. Now, winds will start to pick up just a bit, which is going to influence the warmer weather throughout much of southern Wisconsin. As we get into the early afternoon, some cloud cover will build mainly near the Dells. We're still holding on to those 70s, so it's going to feel pretty good. And then we're looking for some shower activities start to roll in late into our Thursday evening, mainly after our dinner time hours, and then going into our Thursday overnights into Friday morning. We could start to see a bit more widespread shower activity throughout much of southern Wisconsin, getting into our Friday morning, and then a resurgence possible getting into our Friday afternoon. But we still have time and many opportunities for us to not see a whole lot of rainfall throughout much of southern Wisconsin as we get into our Friday afternoon. But a quick look at our first warrant 7-day forecast and 10-day. Temperatures are going to stay within the 70s. We do have those chances of showers. And again, looking at it to really start from our Thursday night into our Friday. For the weekend, though, a bit of a different story. Lower 70s for Saturday, breezy, not expecting any shower activity. And then as we get into our Sunday, warming up just slightly. But Sunday night, we are anticipating potentially seeing a thunderstorm starting to spawn that will lead into next week, where we have plenty of opportunities for not just the warm weather and sunshine, but showers and thunderstorms to be on and off throughout the course of the week.
And coming up in sports, Joe Pavelski returned to the ice and made his presence felt last night. The history the former Badger made in the NHL playoffs is next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
If you're having shoulder pain, I would recommend Ortho Team because I can do anything that I want to do. And before I went, it was hard to do anything. And the staff there is wonderful.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
Experience more at the Island.
Leisure Concepts has your new hot tub in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Steel and composite construction and the perimeter insulation is so quiet. We'll deliver everything you need to easily keep your hot tub crystal clear, including knowledge. That neck-deep hot water massage feels amazing every day of the year. You'll never get tired of it. Get to Leisure Concepts and see almost 70 hot tubs that are ready for immediate delivery to your backyard.
Fry Construction is celebrating 28 years with a big anniversary sale. Join us to save 28%. That's right, 28%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 28% off gutters with any full roofing project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
If you're having shoulder pain, I would recommend Ortho Team because I can do anything that I want to do. And before I went, it was hard to do anything. And the staff there is wonderful.
A 106-year-old masterpiece.
The detail in this building is hard to grasp.
What would it cost to replace our iconic state capitol?
Learn why the number I discovered is just the beginning.
The Price of Perfection, Thursday at 6.
Joe Pavelski is an ageless wonder. The pride of Flover returned to the Stars lineup last night for the first time since April 18th after a brutal hit. And all Pavelski did was light the lamp. The former Badger became the oldest player in NHL playoff history to have a 4-goal game. And last night was just another milestone in an already historic career. His final stat line read 19 minutes of ice time and 4 goals. And even though the Stars lost in overtime, it was good to be back.
There's a lot of different shots of adrenaline that we're going through last night, you know, from warm-ups to starting the game to, you know, scoring those goals. You know, I've never had 4, so you're trying not to, you know, take it for granted, but also trying not to take a deep breath and, you know, be satisfied with that. And that's the biggest mindset I think I was going with last night.
Sis Paulson is heading to the Wisconsin Hockey Hall of Fame. UW's Director of Operations and Equipment Manager was named to the class of 2023 this afternoon and will be officially inducted on September 9th. During her playing days, Paulson was a 3-time team captain for the Badgers and currently is one of the best in the business at her craft, recently serving as USA Hockey's equipment manager in the Winter Olympics and the Women's World Championships. Speaking of the Badger women, Mark Johnson is losing a member of his national championship team to the transfer portal. The Rink Live is reporting that Grace Shirley is transferring from Wisconsin. Last season, Shirley scored 5 goals and tallied an assist in 38 games. MetLife Stadium is slowly becoming Lambeau East by the day. Besides Aaron Rodgers, the list of former Packers that are now Jets continue to grow. Alan Lazard, Billy Turner, Tim Boyle, OC Nathaniel Hackett, and now Randall Cobb. New York just announced the signing not even an hour ago, and it's expected to be a 1-year deal with the franchise. Over the last 2 seasons in Green Bay, he caught 62 passes for 792 yards and 6 touchdowns. And the Wisconsin men's tennis team made some history, qualifying as a team for the NCAAs for the first time in 15 years. The Badgers earned the 11th seed in their regional, and they'll compete in East Lansing starting on May 15th. So Mercedes Lewis, probably the next former Packer to go.
I was just wondering, did the Jets watch the Packers offense last year at all?
I don't think so, because it wasn't good, and they're taking all the players.
They beat them at Lambeau by 17 points. I thought maybe they watched that game. Let's go to Julian, final check of the forecast.
Well, the 70s are here to stay for the next few days, but we do have opportunities to see some wet weather, but not so much for this weekend. So definitely enjoy while we have it, because next week is definitely going to be a bit unsettled with some thunderstorm potential.
All right, Julian, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.